Good morning, beautiful people. It's Sunday, one of my favorite days of the week. Get to go to church. It's day 17, and today is going to be a great day, a wonderful day for all of us. So I got a quote today. It says, "He who lives," skipping ahead. It says, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." Right? Goes along the line with a lot of different quotes. You gotta have a purpose. You gotta have a why, and you can figure out the hows. It's kind of why they say you manifest something, you want something, you visualize something, you have goals. You don't necessarily need to figure out how you're going to get there. You just need to know that that's where you want to go. You need to, continue to figure out one step at a time how to get where you're going. And if you start to wander off track, you're not that far back to get where you're going. So, good quote today. About fitness today, one of the most popular things people say, or don't want to say excuses, because they truly believe it's a real problem for them. Most people say that they have a hard time with fitness or exercise or living a healthy lifestyle because they don't have the time. So how do you balance your work life, your kid life, your family life, and also your fitness life? And I am not a good example at this because, again, I have a lot of time. So I got to look at the busier people. And the busier people, you can say, hey, they just don't make excuses. They just go after it and go get it and they go do something. But what do they do? How are they doing it? You look at your life and say, I just don't have time. Well, let's look at your life. What in your life is not benefiting you that you can substitute for a healthy lifestyle? I'll give you a great example. You can stop watching that Netflix TV show. It just doesn't matter. That's not benefiting you in any way, shape, or form. And you could go for a walk. And that walk is going to have more benefits for you, physically, mentally, everything all around, than a TV show. Yeah, I get it. It's entertainment. It's funny. It's this, it's that. But that's also causing you some depression because it's not real entertainment. It's not what your mind, body, soul needs. That walk, that communication with yourself, that's what your body needs. That's what your soul needs. That's what that's what you might need emotionally, not to just tone off into the world of TV. So that's a big one. How much TV, how much screen time, how much social media scrolling? You can find someone where you can go for a mile run will take 10 minutes. Go run around your house. Now, some people say, my neighborhood's not that good. I can't run around my house. I can't. Okay. Go drive somewhere you can. Go ride a bike. Take a gun with you. Something. There can't be an excuse. You need to look at where you want to go, and you'll figure out the hows. Right? If you're looking at the hows, you're not going to be able to figure out where you want to go. Right? So you need that why. That why is, I want to live a healthier lifestyle, and you'll figure out the hows. Just leave them out. Yeah, you might have to take a risk. It might be a little bit risky going for a jog than it is to sit on the couch. But that risk comes with a better life, right? Ultimately, what you might want. Kids. Another thing to talk about kids is you should be working out with your kids or taking them to the gym with you where they can see you work out. There's nothing more beneficial than kids watching their parents live a healthy lifestyle. Go find there's some CrossFit gyms where you can take your kids and the kids can, sit there and maybe warm up with you a little bit, or, just sit there and watch you. They want to mirror you, and then now they're wanting to work out too. Best feeling in the world. Take your kids out to the park. Do some exercises with them. Not hard, some body weight stuff, some running, some jogging, some anything at all. most beneficial thing, kids should be a, and you should be even going outside even more with kids, taking them to the playground, I read a comment on Twitter the other day, and she said, I've been scared to take my kids to the park because, Vegas is so dangerous. Is there any parks that are safe? And it's like, I've taken my daughter to almost every single park in town, and I have never once really felt unsafe. But then again, who the fuck would want to mess with me, right? You get it? But again, I'm not going to use that as an excuse. Yeah, I get that there might be dangerous parks and so forth, but there's times of the day that I'm at a park right here and there's not a single soul. Take your kids out there. If you're really that scared, start protecting yourself. Go get your CCW and carry a gun with you. It's just you'll figure out the hows if you truly want that why. So no excuses. Just go get it done. And again, you got kids, you got to work, you got this, you don't have time. Wake up an hour earlier every day. Some people benefit. I feel better when I sleep about 7 hours versus when I sleep about 8. So I could use that extra hour, and I do, by going for a walk. Where's my kid? My kid might be sleeping still, right? I do got kids. So I do work out with them throughout the day. I do the other stuff, but I still go get my walk in when they might still be sleeping. I go get a little bit more extra work in, or take your kids to a class, and then you can go work out with them. Every day, twice a week, my daughter goes to gymnastics, and a lot of parents leave, but I stay there and I go walk around the building. I go jog around the building, go for a run around the building. So there's so much stuff that you can do. You just have to implement it into your lifestyle and just do it. Just do it. Anyway, let's talk about crypto. Got a few minutes left. This is a more question that conspiracy that I see thrown out there a lot, where people are a little bit misinformed or so forth about the environment. But what is the impact of cryptocurrency and the environment, especially with crypto mining and so forth? You will hear that, during times where they don't want you to buy crypto, or they're just trying to create fear about crypto and stuff. But yes, crypto does take power and energy to mine, especially Bitcoin. Bitcoin's the largest coin, has the most hash rate, which that means it has the most computers fighting for the network and securing it. And it does take in a large abundance of energy. You can see that energy that's being poured out there for people to fight for these Bitcoin rewards. And you can say, oh, it's more energy than the state of Texas. It's more energy than... Who cares, right? Where does the energy coming from, and what is that energy being used? You have to understand the energy grid, how the energy works. It's just not energy that could have went to your house. It could have went to us. There's so much energy that is being wasted every day. Energy has to have a consistent supply. It's very difficult to bring it onto the market. It's just not a flip of a switch like your house. When you flip that switch on, that energy needs to either be there or it's not there. So in order for everybody to flip on our switch or flip on our AC units, we have to have an abundance of energy there. So if we're not using it, we can't really shut down these power plants with the flip of a switch. They still have to kind of be running. We could start to wind them down, wind them back up, but there's so much energy that gets wasted all the time. And that's just with some plants and so forth. There's other avenues with drilling and so forth that has to get burned off. But what you can do now is, instead of having all this energy go to waste, you can have these Bitcoin miners flip a switch, turn on and off. So when the energy is not being used, they can mine Bitcoin. When that energy is being used, the mining facilities can shut down very easily, and that power, that energy supply, can go to those in use. So we have an abundance of energy that is getting just wasted. And so a lot of the energy, that's where this Bitcoin mining is going to. The Bitcoin mining, the whole principle of the mining and the halving and rewards getting cut in half, It's going to have to continuously find the cheapest energy source to mine the Bitcoin. And so as Bitcoin got a little bit more older and older, and it's like 14 years now, the efficiency of the mining and where that energy is coming from have to get cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. So we went from, okay, I can mine at my house and I'm paying 4 cents a kilowatt, and it's getting too expensive now to mine it. I'm not getting enough reward, so I gotta shut down my miners. But if I go to somewhere else in the world or in the country where I got free energy, because I have a windmill, or I have a turbine, or I have something where I got free energy, well, now I can mine Bitcoin and get something from it, right? So it's going to continuously find cheaper avenues of energy, and that's just how Bitcoin kind of works. Is Bitcoin bad for the environment? No. I will tell you what currency is bad for the environment. The currency that is bad for the environment is the dollar, because the dollar is backed by the war machine. If anybody doesn't use our dollar, we send our war machine in there. We drop bombs, we kill innocent people. That is what's bad for the environment, not a currency that's not controlled, not being printed into oblivion to continue its dominance throughout the world, especially how it's dominant. So absolutely not. The Bitcoin just creates a better environment than what we currently have. It is a competition that completely destroys the dollar as far as environmental stuff goes. Anyway, I'm out. Peace.